Hello and welcome to Examshala. Today in this video we are going to see some important news and editorial analysis of 11th of June 2021. But before getting started, kindly do like, share, subscribe our channel on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Telegram. You can also download our application from the Play Store sector, where in the store section you will be getting some exciting and interesting courses of SBI Clerk, RRPO, Group D exams, SSC, UPSC, GPSC and whatnot. In that you will be getting free study materials, demo classes, mock test, live classes, as well as online doubt solving sessions. So kindly make Examshala your better companion in the preparation for the government services exam. Now let us move on to the main video. First important news that we are discussing is very important, that is the housing index, housing price appreciation index. This index is basically measures the rise in the price of the housing sector, especially in the real estate. रियल एस्टेट में घर, हाउसिंग और किस तरह से हाउसिंग फाइनेंस में इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है और उसके प्राइजेस की फ्लक्चुएशन या इंक्रीमेंट और डिक्रीमेंट को मेजर करता है हाउसिंग अप्रिसिएशन इंडेक्स. एंड दैट हाउस प्राइस अप्रिसिएशन इंडेक्स इज बीन issued by a Knight Frank report. Now that is very important. So it is not issued by World Bank or IMF or WTO or any other body, but it is a private report, that is Knight Frank report. And what it has said, India is at 55th annual housing, यानी कि 56 देशों का समूह है, उसमें से हम 55th स्थान पर हैं इन द मैटर ऑफ इंक्रीमेंट ऑफ द प्राइस. ऐसा नहीं, घरों के रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर के प्राइस के राइज वाले इंडेक्स में वी आर एट द 55th प्लेस. और इससे हमने इम्प्रूवमेंट किए हैं रिसेंटली. इन द लास्ट ईयर वी वेयर एट द 56th प्लेस and completely है 1.4%. that is, there has been increase in the price of the housing sector and the real estate sector is about 1.4%. and which country has topped? So Turkey has topped in the rising price of the house index. Now why it is important, especially after the COVID-19, because of the working of the real estate sector. The more the increase in the prices of the real estate structure, more there will be the investment, and then it will lead to the growth in the 8 core sectors of steel, cement, electricity, and it is the indirect measure of the growth of the economy. So India has comparatively succeeded well even after the COVID-19 crisis. The housing price has not down dramatically, but actually it has increased, so it is a better significant for the economy. So this is 13.2% यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स का इंक्रीज किया है एंड 7.3% एज द एवरेज इंक्रीज इन द प्राइस ऑफ द हाउसिंग सेक्टर. So two things are very important. First, India is at 53rd position, and which organization takes the report? It is a Knight Frank Foundation report, and that is a private NGO, not by WTO, IMF or World Bank. Second important news is about Nigerian government joins coup. The Indian short messaging platform, micro blogging website just like the Twitter, और रिसेंटली इंडियन गवर्नमेंट एंड ट्विटर के बीच में बेस्ड ऑन द कंप्लायंस ऑफ IT एक्ट एंड नॉर्म्स, कंप्लेंट ऑफिसर्स, कंप्लेंट मैकेनिज्म को नियुक्त करने की वजह से देयर हैज़ बीन डिफाइंस एंड देयर हैज़ बीन कंटेंशन बिटवीन द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एंड द ट्विटर इनकॉर्पोरेशन, ट्विटर INC. लेकिन उसी तरह से ठीक नाइजीरियन सरकार को भी ट्विटर ने बैन कर दिया था. सो इन टेकन टू रिवेंज, नाइजीरियन गवर्नमेंट इज़ द फर्स्ट ऑफिशियल गवर्नमेंट टू ज्वाइन द इंडियन डेवलप्ड. और ये आपको ध्यान रखना है कि ये कू को इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने डेवलप नहीं किया है, इट इज़ डेवलप्ड बाय इंडियन सब्सिडियरी. इंडिया की एक स्टार्टअप ने इसको डेवलप किया है. सो इट इज़ नॉट डेवलप्ड बाय इंटर गवर्नमेंट, बट इट इज़ अ मेजर स्टेप बट क्रिएटिंग अ राइवलरी. जो ट्विटर की अपनी एक मोनोपोली है, जिसको आज की वर्ड में वी आर सेइंग दैट डिजिटल कोलोनियलिज्म और डेटा कोलोनियलिज्म. जिस तरह से इन द 16th and 17th century the European powers were doing industrial evolution and they were colonizing the company based on industries, products and raw materials. Now what is happening, especially the western countries where the headquarters of all this data and internet security offices are led, they rely other companies on their own terms. वो अपनी शर्तों पर दूसरे कंट्री की फॉरेन पॉलिसी हो या इंटरनल पॉलिसी हो, डोमेस्टिक पॉलिसी को दे आर गवर्निंग इट, एंड दैट इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ अ डेटा और इंटरनेट कोलोनियलिज्म. जो उस समय पे इंडस्ट्रियल कोलोनियलिज्म हुआ था, दे वर मेकिंग कॉलोनीज. नाउ दे आर यूजिंग द सेम थिंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डेटा, और उसी से लड़ने के लिए, बिकॉज इट इज़ ऑल शिफ्टेड इन द वेस्ट and they are using the money from the Asian users or users of the third world country, but they are transferring, the headquarters are in the western countries. They are not following the rules and regulation of the local country, and that is why they have been reprimanded and it is a very new step, an important step that one government start to join coup, and it is an open rivalry to the Twitter that if you do not follow the law, you are not supreme, you are not a supreme body, you are not above the law, you are not above any state, you are just a private company and a microblogging website. So you cannot act on your own, you have to be work under certain conditions, certain specific. You are not something very big that you can ban the account of US president, you can keep a manipulated tag on the ruling party leader, you can ban the account of a Nigerian government. So there has to be some limit on it, and this has been proven that the Nigerian government joining coup, and nowadays it has been seen that those people who have left out a ban on the Twitter, a new rival platform is being created, and that is coup. Next very important article is about the need to spend more. It's written by Mr. C. Rangarajan. He's a very prominent economist, and he has been the former governor of RBI also, finance secretary also. So it is very important, and it will discuss on this plan to spend more. Now recently, due to the second wave of the COVID-19, what the problem is of less spending, especially by the middle class and the rural household. Households are not spending money because they are keeping the money as the safe regards in order to fight the pandemic, and that is why the flow, the volatility, the liquidity in the market is very low. So there is a formula in the economy, that is money into its velocity, that is volume, the rate at which it moves. So what measures the liquidity? Either more money or even less money than velocity or the नंबर ऑफ ट्रांजेक्शन. अगर किसी मार्केट में पैसे का ट्रांजेक्शन ज़्यादा हो रहा है, इवन पैसे की अमाउंट कम है, देन द लिक्विडिटी विल बी हाई. एंड अगर पैसे का ट्रांजेक्शन, पैसे की फ्लो, इनफ्लो, आउटफ्लो कम है लेकिन मनी ज़्यादा है, तो भी लिक्विडिटी ज़्यादा है. यानी कि लिक्विडिटी इज मेजर्ड एज M into V, दैट इज़ what amount of money is in the system to multiplied by the volume in which it is getting expanded, it is getting increases. So in order to increase the liquidity, there are two steps. Either we can increase the money or we can increase the volume of the exchange between the two persons in the net amount of flow of the money in the economy. But what is happening due to the COVID wave, people are actually storing money in their houses. So they are not spending more, especially the middle class and the upper middle class are not spending more money due to the fear of the pandemic, and that is why the liquidity is falling down. And when the liquidity falls down, there is no money in the market, and when there is no money in the market, it is difficult for the bank to grant loans, and when there is no loans, then there will be no investment, and then further it leads to the decrement in the economic productivity, especially in the manufacturing and the service sector. In order to come out of this wave, what Mr. C. Rangarajan has given a three important things. First is we have to increase the provision for the income support. That is, those vulnerable groups, that is the lower income groups and the groups of the labor groups, should be given something schemes like DBT, direct benefit transfer, cash transfers, just like PM Garib Anna Kalyan Yojana, where we are giving food grains. So just like that, we should also give some money DBT counter, just like PM Kisan Yojana, some other schemes and some other money related scheme, direct benefit transfer schemes should be provided, just like PM Swanidhi Yojana, in which a 10,000 rupees initial loan has been given to some small vendors, street vendors. That is why, so that they can take and they can use in their business expansion, and then they will have to return it. And if they return it in time, they do not have to pay some extra interest, only a minimal interest will be provided. Such kinds of schemes should be awarded in order to cater the distress in the vulnerable society, that is the lower income group, especially in the urban poor. Second is, and he is estimating that it will require near about 1 lakh crore amount. Secondly, he wants to the budgetary allocation, so increase the vaccination. In order to increase the vaccination, what we need to do is spend more and more, and near about 0.35 lakh crore has to be augmented at least, so that the vaccination rate will be doubled. And in order to double the vaccination rate, what we need is to procure double. So this amount additional, whatever जो अभी spend हो रहा है उसके अलावा we need to spend further 0.35 lakh, 35,000 करोड़ के आसपास, in order to increase it. Third is additional capital expenditure for select sector, that is for different sectors like infrastructure, even banking, investment and service. We need to do, even especially in the textile sectors, the sectors which are more providing the job, so where the more job creation can be easily accessed: infrastructure, textile, direct insurance एक्सेट्रा, दिस कैन बी डायरेक्टली। सो वहाँ पर कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट करने की ज़रूरत है, और वो भी फर्दर देखेंगे तो 1 लाख करोड़, यानी कि 2 से लेकर 2.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए का एक्स्ट्रा एक्सपेंस होगा जो अभी चल रहा है। तो अभी जो गवर्नमेंट बजटरी प्लानिंग है दैट इज़ नियर अबाउट 12 to 13 लाख ऑफ करोड़, एंड विथ इंक्लूजन ऑफ दीज 3 थिंग्स इट विल नियर अबाउट lead to 14 to 15 lakh crore rupees extra expansion. That is what it's going to do. It is going to increase the fiscal deficit. Now what is fiscal deficit? Fiscal deficit in a simple term can be understood like total amount of loan taken by the government. So in order, एक बजट जब सरकार पेश करती है तो वो बताती है कि हमारा जीडीपी कितना है। जीडीपी मीन्स ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट, यानी कि टोटल किसी देश में कितने सामान बनते हैं, गुड्स, और कितने सर्विसेज, आईटी सर्विसेज, सॉफ्टवेयर सर्विसेज, हॉस्पिटल्स, टीचर्स, डॉक्टर्स, बेंचमार्क एक्सेट्रा, उन सबके कंबाइंड कॉस्ट कितनी है, दैट इज़ द जीडीपी ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर कंट्री इन अ पर्टिकुलर फाइनेंशियल ईयर। उस जीडीपी का अभी प्रेजेंटली देयर इज 7.9% की डिक्रीमेंट हुई है, एंड उसका जो डेफिसिट रिसेंटली द बजट में बताया गया था इट इज़ गोइंग टू इंक्रीज बाय 9.8, जिसको हम टारगेटेडली 6.7% पे करना चाह रहे हैं। दैट इज़ अगर वी हैव अ जीडीपी ऑफ 100 रुपीज़ विच मीन्स वी आर गोइंग टू डिक्रीज़, और वी आर गोइंग टू डिक्रीज़, और हमारे पास जो लोन होगा वो होगा 6.7% के आसपास का। सो 100 रुपये के अगर जीडीपी है आपके पास तो लगभग 7 रुपये आपने उसमें से लोन लिया रखा है। सो दिस इज़ द अमाउंट ऑफ जीडीपी, और एक्चुअली according to the FRBM Act recommended by the NK Singh Committee, the ideal fiscal deficit should be only 3%. सो इफ़ यू आर अर्निंग, इफ़ द कंट्री में 100 रुपये की सामान या सेवाएं बनती है तो उसमें से केवल 3 रुपये ही आइडियली कर्ज होना चाहिए, उसके ज़्यादा कर्ज होना नहीं चाहिए। दैट इज़ एन आइडियल सिचुएशन, बट ड्यू टू दिस पैंडेमिक्स लाइक सिचुएशन इनिशियली इन द ईयर इट इंक्रीज अप टू 9.8%, जिसको बजट में एलोकेट करने के पहले जो रिसेंट बजट पास हुआ उसमें कहा गया कि हम 6.7 पर ले आएंगे, बट अभी जो एस्टिमेट लग रहा है वो लग रहा है कि हम फिर से इसको 7.9% के आसपास चला जाएगा, बिकॉज ऑफ द अगेन रिसेंटली डिस्क्राइब द पीएम अन्न गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना, वेयर वी आर गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड 80 करोड़ सिटीजन्स अबाउट 5 kgs ऑफ रेशंस per week, and that is why it is going to increase the further fiscal deficit, and with the other plannings, so it is going to increase by 15 to 15 lakh crore rupees. Now ये सारे पैसे आएंगे कहाँ से? So what is the budgeted amount? If the fiscal deficit is increasing, how it is to be tackled? So what it should be do is bank should open their accounts, and bank जिनके पास liquidity already है because of the capitalization and because of the non-spending, because people are having saving their monies in the bank, so bank should invest more, bank should give more loans at the low rate. This will cause the again rebirth of the loan taking, and especially the lower MSME जिनके पास loss हुई थी, they will be working at a more price rate because they will having a less interest to pay, and then it will lead to the further growth in the demand as well as supply side, which in turn will lead to the growth in the economy. But that is also being to bane on the RBI system, और इसीलिए this RBI Reserve Bank of India will have to push more money. और ये बहुत सारे एक्सपर्ट्स ने कह चुके हैं कि RBI को सिस्टम में ज़्यादा पैसे छापने की और लिक्विडिटी बढ़ाने की ज़रूरत है, और इसी वजह से आप देखेंगे जो मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी कमेटी की रिपोर्ट आती है उसमें हमने बैंक रेट या रेपो रेट किसी में बढ़ाया नहीं है. This all has been constant same and even at a very lower rate, and that is why also RBI needs to infuse more and more money. और जो recent report बताई उसने कहा है कि growth rate in reserve money, यानी कि मनी का जो रिजर्व है, पैसे के रिजर्व में 12% का इजाफा हुआ है, यानी कि जो we have already printed 12.4% more than the reserve, and that is why the liquidity has been concerned is फिर भी वो अभी कम है. We need to at least make it up to 20 to 25% of more in the reserve money so that it can be sent into the market to increase the liquidity. Why? Because M into V formula, where V represents कि पैसा कितना घूम रहा है मार्केट में, क्योंकि मार्केट अभी बंद है. So money is not, the velocity or the voluminous of the money is very less, and that is why it is not going to increase. So what we need to increase is increase the supply of the money in the economy, and that can be done by the pushing of RBI more money into the economy. जो अभी रिजर्व का 12% के आसपास वो कर रहे हैं, लेकिन that is very less. So that liquidity is very benign, that is very less. We need to increase it further, but at the same time it should always be kept in mind that when we are going to increase the money supply, what is going to do is second two things. Further, it is going to downgrade the value of the money, because जब ज़्यादा पैसे हो जाएंगे तो इन्फ्लेशन की भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है because of the more money. So we need to keep concern about the inflation also, because our target of the inflation is 4 plus or minus 2%, यानी कि 6% से ज़्यादा नहीं और 2% से कम नहीं होनी चाहिए इन्फ्लेशन. तो उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए वी नीड टू स्पेंड, एंड वी नीड टू स्पेंड दिस मनी स्पेशली ऑन द लोन्स and in the core sectors of the economy: steel, cement, employment generation, Manrega works. That is, these money should be directly spent into the lower level strata where the inflation is not going to increase, but it is going to rebound and come back into the formal sector, and then the use of foreign reserve will be much more easier. So if we emphasize the expansion in the government spending, it is also necessary to keep in mind that the more liquidity will lead to inflation. So हमें इस कोविड-19 पेंडेमिक की वजह से जो इकोनॉमिक रिकवरी में प्रॉब्लम आ रही है उससे लड़ने के लिए आरबीआई नीड्स टू स्पेंड मोर एंड मोर टू इन्फ्यूज मोर लिक्विडिटी, दैट इज टू प्रोवाइड मोर कैश इनटू द इकोनॉमी. बट एट द सेम टाइम वी शुड ऑल्सो बी टेकिंग केयर दैट देयर शुड नॉट बी इनफ मनी सो दैट इट विल लीड टू इन्फ्लेशन. और वो जो पैसे छापे गए हैं दैट शुड बी स्पेंट इन अ स्पेसिफिकली रूरल सेक्टर एंड in the core sector, so that it will only lead to the growth infusion, not the inflation, and a better way to reduce the fiscal deficit in the coming years also. Because आने वाले समय में तो there's been a estimate कि 9 to 9.5% का growth होगा, but it is seeing subject to the third wave. So उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए yes, we need to infuse more money, more liquidity in the market, but at the same time this more money should be spent wisely, judicially in the rural sectors, in the upcoming sectors like Manrega sectors, okay, loan sectors, where it will help to create the MSMEs, the cottage industries, and so there will be not rise in the inflation. Consumption के बजाय it should be spent more in the capital generation and the vaccination program, so that the economy will stand alone and there will be a rise in the growth. And as per the expectation of the various agencies, even by the NSO or RBI or Moody's and Finch organization body, like 8.5 to 9.5% की expected growth हो सकती है 2021-22 में, subject to the third wave is coming or not. Next article is about the actually kind of an answer to the recently published article on GST. इससे पहले एक GST पे आर्टिकल आया था, उन्होंने कहा गया था कि GST काउंसिल में जो वोटिंग राइट्स होती हैं हर स्टेट के पास, नॉर्मल 31 मेंबर्स होते हैं इंक्लूडिंग स्टेट्स एंड यूटी. सो हर स्टेट के पास एक एक वोट होता है, और स्टेट्स के पास टुगेदर जो वोटिंग राइट होती है उनका 2/3 पावर होता है, और केंद्र के पास होता है 1/3 पावर. सो व्हाट द ऑथर वाज इनिशियली सेइंग कि ये जो 2/3 वोटिंग पावर होता है उसमें हर स्टेट, हर मेंबर के पास एक एक वोट होता है, चाहे वो छोटा स्टेट हो या बड़ा. दैट इज़, अगर महाराष्ट्र है, तमिलनाडु है, गुजरात है, उनके पास भी एक वोट है, और छोटे छोटे मणिपुर, मेघालय, गोवा, असम, ठीक है, इन सारे स्टेट्स के पास भी एक एक वोट है. नाउ ही वाज मैनेजिंग कि उस जीएसटी में, जीएसटी काउंसिल में जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है, जीएसटी टैक्स पूल में जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है, ये बड़े स्टेट्स का है जो ज़्यादा मनी देते हैं. दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग और दे आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग मोर मनी एज अ पार्ट ऑफ टैक्स रेवेन्यू इन द जीएसटी टैक्स पूल. सो जीएसटी काउंसिल में उनकी वोटिंग की पावर भी ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. बट उसका जवाब यहाँ पर सुशील कुमार मोदी, हु इज़ अ वेरी प्रोमिनेंट इकोनॉमिस्ट एंड ही वाज ऑल्सो द डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ बिहार previously. He is saying that India is a welfare state. So India is not a profit making body. ये कोई corporate body नहीं है कि जिसमें हमको profit maximize profit करना है. Because what we need to, हमें सरकार चलानी है, and what the basic aim of the government is to development and all around development. अगर किसी country के कोई एक part, or mostly the western and southern part, because of their geographical location and location due to the sea and important part, okay, Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, and they are at the important point of the urbanization due to their history of the modern urbanization, especially under the British rule. If they are advantageously placed, so that is cannot be the reason they should be given more power in the constitutional body, where GST is a constitutional body, and the constitution of India talks about India being a welfare state. It's not a corporate body वहाँ जहाँ पॉम्फलेट मार्किंग हमको करनी. We do not, Indian government is not in the business of making profit. The basic aim and idea of the government is to sustainable development. If Maharashtra develops, Manipur should also develop. because if it is not happening, what will induce is a migration. So people from less developed area will come to higher developed area, and this will create a huge number of population shrinking, even loss of economy, job losses, and other health sector. So directly or indirectly, the money will be spent. So why not to give equal representations, equal powers, so that there will be all around and sustainable development, because India is a welfare state. It is not a profit making corporate body, and the basic idea of the state, especially like the constitutional body like GST, is to include, not to exclude, because this kind of measure will be led to the exclusion and their voices will be absorbed. छोटे रेशियो की वॉइसेस तो absorbed हो जाएगी, और अगर यही कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा तो फिर जो देश ज़्यादा टैक्स देते हैं, खास करके जो स्टेट्स ज़्यादा टैक्स कंप्यूट करते हैं, वहाँ पर आप कहेंगे कि वहाँ लोकसभा की सीटें भी ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. तो ये दिस विल नॉट एंड, बिकॉज एज अ कंट्री वी आर वन. Yes, there will be some parts which are having a geographical challenge, which are having economical challenge, but it cannot be mandated that you should be given some extra voting rights or extra power or extra saying right just because you are advantageously placed or just because you are economically well. Because these states are also part of India, and what we need to grow is all around sustainable development, just like the parts of body. We cannot give any importance or more importance to one part of body and keep ignoring the other part of body. However, it may be not that much useful, because as a whole it is a part of a body. So as a whole, India is a country and it is a welfare state, clearly mentioned in the constitution. So this kind of argument will breach the federal level as well as unity and integrity of India. So it should never be managed. The economic reasons can never be an answer to the sustainable and political unity. This is what he is talking about. So this was all for today's video. Till then, stay home, stay safe, get yourself vaccinated, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.